Look at Bilqis.
A long time ago, when roads were still made of dust and sand, and mountains were bigger than buildings, the Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam was the king of the greatest kingdom that existed. Given to him by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he ruled over animals, mankind, and the jinns. One day, the Prophet noticed his bird, Hudhud, went missing.
I discovered some information you did not know. I come from Sheba troubling news.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم إني وجدت امرأة تملكهم وأوتيت من كل شيء ولها عرش عظيم.
Indeed, I found a woman ruling over them who has been given everything she needs and who has a magnificent throne.
Hudhud lets the Prophet know about the Queen of Sheba, Bilqis, and her mighty kingdom, and how the people were sun-worshipping polytheists whom Allah has not guided yet.
Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam tells the bird to take a message to Queen Bilqis and see her response.
اذهب بكتابي هذا فألقه إليهم ثم تول عنهم فانظر ماذا يرجعون.
Go with this letter of mine and deliver it to them. Then stand aside and see how they will respond.
At Queen Bilqis' palace, she reads the letter from Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam. She says to her advisors,
إنه من سليمان وإنه بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. It is from Sulaiman, and it reads, in the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. ألا تعلوا علي وأتوني مسلمين. Do not be arrogant with me, but come to me, fully submitting to Allah.
The court officials give their advice, and Queen Bilqis reflects on it.
We should fight them.
But peace is better. You both make a fair point.
yeah, I definitely agree with that.
We have the power and strength. If you want to go to him and fight him, the matter is yours to decide. So instruct us as you see fit, and we will obey.
When kings enter a town, they destroy it and make the most honorable of people the lowest. I will send the gifts befitting a king instead. If he accepts the gift, he is a king, so fight him. But if he does not accept it, he is a prophet, so follow him.
Queen Bilqis instructs that her throne, which was made of gold and inlaid with rubies, crystallite, and pearls, the court officials bring the gifts to Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam.
فلما جاء سليمان قال أتمدونني بمال فما آتاني الله خير مما آتاكم بل أنتم بهديتكم تفرحون.
When the chief envoy came to him, Sulaiman said, "Do you offer me wealth? Well, Allah has granted me as far greater than what He has granted you. No, it is you who rejoice in receiving gifts."
When Bilqis' messengers came back to her with her undelivered gift and told her what Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam said, she and her people acknowledged that Sulaiman was a prophet and made preparations to meet him with their troops.
By Allah, I knew he was more than a king, and that we have no power to match him. Send a message to him. Let him know this. I am coming to you with the leaders of my people to see what you will instruct us to do and to see what your religion calls us to do.
Yes, my queen.
Queen Bilqis instructs that her throne, which was made of gold and inlaid with rubies, crystallite, and pearls, should be placed in the innermost of 7 rooms, one within the other, and all the doors should be locked.
I leave you in charge. Take care of my people and my throne, and do not let anyone approach it or see it until I come back to you. Yes, my queen.
Queen Bilqis sets off to meet Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam with many of her commanders and leaders. Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam sent a jinn to let him know her progress and route every day and night. When she was close to his palace, he gathered the jinns and humans under his control and said,
قال يا أيها الملأ أيكم يأتيني بعرشها قبل أن يأتوني مسلمين.
Sulaiman asked, "O chiefs, which of you can bring me her throne before they come to me in full submission?"
Sulaiman alayhi salam asks a volunteer belonged to him. He wanted to demonstrate the might and power he's been given by Allah, to show that his is a kingdom mankind has never seen and will not see again.
I can bring it before you rise from your seat.
The Prophet said he wanted it faster than that. A scholar who was present volunteered.
I can bring the throne faster than a blink of an eye, inshallah.
The scholar made dua to Allah and the throne of faith before everyone.
Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam has the throne disguised before Queen Bilqis comes. When she finally arrives, he asks if the disguised throne is indeed hers.
فلما جاءت قيل أهكذا عرشك قالت كأنه وأوتينا العلم من قبلها وكنا مسلمين.
So when she arrived, it was said to her, "Is your throne like this?" She replied, "It seems to be the same. We have already received knowledge of Sulaiman's prophethood before this miracle and have submitted to Allah."
Even before she arrived, Queen Bilqis was aware that Sulaiman alayhi salam was a prophet and not just an ordinary king because he refused her gift. She was nearly ready to submit to Allah and believed that Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam was the prophet of Allah.
وصدها ما كانت تعبد من دون الله إنها كانت من قوم كافرين.
But she had been hindered by what she used to worship instead of Allah. For indeed, she was among a disbelieving people.
It took one last experience for Queen Bilqis to submit completely to Allah. Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam showed her crystal floored palace, which she believed was a body of water.
قيل لها ادخل الصرح فلما رأته حسبته لجة وكشفت عن ساقيها قال إنه صرح ممرد من قوارير قالت
ربي إني ظلمت نفسي وأسلمت مع سليمان لله رب العالمين.
Then she was told, "Enter the palace." But when she saw the hall, she thought it was a body of water, so she bared her legs. Sulaiman said, "It is just a palace paved with crystal." At last, she declared,
My Lord, I have certainly wronged my soul. Now I fully submit myself along with Sulaiman to Allah, the Lord of all worlds.
And this is the story of how Queen Bilqis becomes a Muslim, submitting herself to the will of Allah and acknowledging that Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam is indeed the Prophet of Allah.
We learn from the story of a woman who's wise.
Who didn't let her power and strength lead her to greed or arrogance.
Who was willing to listen to the Prophet instead of leading her people to war.
She is a shining beacon of leadership. We look to her as a role model.
And may we emulate the best of Queen Bilqis.
Ameen.
"As-salam."